saw this B-17 about a mile and a half away coming out fairly low. And I said, Christ, what's going on now? It looked like it was, to me, it looked like it was landed and unloaded some casualties or whatever. Anyway, I told him he kind of stopped my motor, and they went after this B-17. He was almost about 2,000 feet high again. And I saw the tail gunner wasn't there because the guns were hanging down. Half the tail was missing on the left-hand side, practically no tail at all. So, and the rudder was in the same shape. So I went up to the right side, along the fuselage. It's hard to describe. If you see an airplane like so crippled, you know positively that there were badly wounded people on board. And for me, it would have been the same as shooting at a parachute. I just couldn't shoot. I went up to the right wing, right to close by, and I saw one pilot sitting in there. And after that, another one came, the co-pilot, and they looked at me, and the pilot was nicking.
I look out the right window, and there parked on my right wing is a German Bf-109. Just as the little sucker looked like he owned me and belonged there. And I was still in a little bit of a state of shock. And so I sort of closed my eyes and shook my head as you would with a nightmare. And if I close my eyes and open them again, he'll be gone. Well, I opened them again, and he was still there.
I waved to him, and we came out over the water, and I figured, well, the shortest way where I can get away was to fly to Sweden. Well, it was only half an hour flight for him. But no, I said, stupid guy, he made a left-hand turn towards England. I said, well, now I hope you make it.
The pilot gave a salute and left. So we started trying to make a decision. I said, anyone who wanted to bail out could bail out. I was going to try to make it back to England. And so the crew all chose to stay on board, and we just barely made it in England, about 250 feet.
Finally decided to meet personally. That's what we did here, in this, at this hotel here. That's where I was sitting together and trying to get drunk.
Could you sort of tell us what your feelings were when you two met today?
It's almost impossible to describe. We had spent several hours on the phone, so I felt that we had something in common. First, a love of air and a love of aviation. It was like meeting a family member, a brother that you haven't seen for 40 years. That's about as close as I can come.
Franz, what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I grabbed him and hugged him. Wasn't easy.
Well, you know, Joe, the fact that he risked his life, really, in many ways, and I wrote him in the letter, I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews and flag up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times. But it was not only the, if you will, I use the term audacity, that he came up to us, and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence, a double. So he had the double impact of the fact that we might do something stupid, or his own government, as a consequence, might do something not necessarily stupid, but in terms of punishment.